Better call Bukowski. Tell him there's a new face in town.
Hey.
Nick still hasn't showed, huh?
No.
What's with you and that towel?
Oh, it's Lindsay. It's a very long story.
Well, get dressed. You can tell me about it on the way.
On the way, where are we going?
Well, all we know is that somebody called Nick from the Hotel Cheval. I spoke to a friend who works there. She says they keep a record of every call made from the hotel and that she can access the computer and we can find out what room the call came from. She should be calling any minute. What is it?
I know this guy.
Who?
This guy.
You know that guy?
Yeah, I met him. He was dead.
You met a dead guy?
Yeah. In a walk-in freezer.
New York bookmaker Slim Hopkins was reported missing by his wife. Police have no leads. Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So our spokesperson commented off the record. It's ironic that Hopkins should go missing considering he's allegedly been behind a few disappearing acts himself. I think it's time you told me that story about why you're still wearing that towel.
Do you mind if I get dressed first?
Oh, could be my friend from the hotel. Be right back.
Yeah, Lindsay, I don't think it's such a good idea that we continue to...
Put your shoes on. Shlomo wants to see you.
I don't know anyone named Shlomo.
Someone named Shlomo knows you. That is your only concern. Let's go.
Like I said, I don't know anyone.
Better. I think it's better if you let me do the talking.
You think?
What is it? He's sorry that he hit you.
You always speak for him?
Yes.
So he's a mute then?
Not quite.
Well, what then?
It's personal. You have to ask him.
How would he tell me?
He wouldn't.
Hey, are we going to the...
No.
But he's right
A
there.
different outfit entirely.
Right across the street from one another?
One time they were one with one another, and then they tried to kill one another. Now, neither man leaves his respective tower of isolation for fear of what the other man will do to him.
Let me guess, all the way up? Penthouse.
You must be Mr. Fisher.
Must I? Because that hasn't been working out for me lately.
But I'm afraid you must.
Well, if I must.
Do you know for what reason you've been brought here?
For starters, I'm unlucky.
The unlucky are nothing more than a frame of reference for the lucky, Mr. Fisher. You are unlucky, so that I may know that I am not. Unfortunately, the lucky never realize they are lucky until it's too late. Take yourself, for instance. Yesterday, you were better off than you are today, but it took today for you to realize it. But The day has arrived, and it's too late. You see? People are never happy with what they have. They always want what they had, what someone else has.
Kind of like a rabbi who would rather be a gangster who would rather be a rabbi. I mean, what is that? Some sort of grass is always greener on the other side of the fence thing? I mean, how do you justify being a rabbi and a gangster?
I don't. I'm a bad man who doesn't waste time wondering what could have been when I am what could have been and could not have been. I live on both sides of the fence. My grass is always green. Consider Mr. Fisher. There are two men sitting here before you, and one of them you should be very afraid of. Where's my money?
Listen, I've been hearing that a lot lately.
My father used to say, the first time somebody calls you a horse, you punch him on the nose. The second time somebody calls you a horse, you call him a jerk. But the third time somebody calls you a horse, well, then perhaps it's time to go shopping for a saddle.
I don't have your money.
This isn't like skipping out on the check. You owe me money. I have interests. You owe them money.
I don't even know how much money I owe you.
$33,000.
But I'm not Nick Fisher.
And who the hell are you?
I'm just a guy who was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
You have 48 hours to get my money. Saul will keep an eye on you. In the meantime, you may go now.
Wait, I just have one question. I wasn't frisked. I see. So, being a rabbi, a religious man.
There are three things that you may not do in order to save a life, including his own. He may not idol worship, commit adultery, or perform an act of premeditated murder. Killing you before you killed me would have been
Kosher.
acceptable. I've wired half the money to your bank in the Caymans. The other half will be deposited when our old friend is in the ground. Now I can expect that when?
Very soon.
Good. So, tell me. The kid. What do you want with him?
The kid and I have unfinished business.
If there's one thing I know is when someone is lying. Man in my position is all he has to go on. To know a lie when he hears it, difference between life and death. Your own, someone else's. That being said, he wasn't lying. That's not Nick Fisher.
I know.